Good morning, one and all. Last class we can discuss about the working of heart. Now we can discuss about the lymph. Before lymph, here I already said this is the right atria and this one is the left atria. Between they having a intra-atrial septa and this one is the tricuspid valves and this one is the bicuspid valves. From right ventricle they can arise a artery that is called as a pulmonary artery. From left ventricle they can arise a artery that is called as a systemic artery. Pulmonary artery they can carry what type of blood? Deoxygenated blood. Systemic artery they can carry what type of blood? Oxygenated blood. From right ventricle through pulmonary artery this deoxygenated blood is entered into the lungs. There it is oxygenated. Now that oxygenated blood through pulmonary veins enter into the left atria to the left ventricle. Now this oxygenated blood through systemic aorta it will be transferred to the all parts of the body. That is the normal thing. Normally in the heart totally how much amount of blood is present means 120 ml. Out of 120 ml 70 ml of blood is pumped out. One is from this pulmonary artery and one is from the systemic aorta. 70 ml of blood is pumped. Out of 120 ml 70 ml is pumped out. Remaining how much ml is there? 50 ml is present. Before atrial systole 70% of blood enter from the atria to ventricles. Out of 70 ml 70% means how much? 49 ml. It means 49 ml is comes like this. Already they having a 50 ml. Total how much ml? 99 ml. It means at the time of joint diastole how much amount of blood is present if they can ask. Total how much ml? 99 ml. That's why here for one heartbeat 70 ml of blood is pumped from each ventricle. Not it means total in the heart means from each ventricle they have a 120 ml. In that 70 ml is pumped out. Before atrial systole 70% of blood is enter from the atria to ventricles. That 70% means how much ml? 49 ml. Already out of 120 70 ml will go out from the heart. Remaining 50 is there. 49 plus 50 total how much ml? 99 ml. That's why at the time of cardiac diastole in ventricles how much amount of blood is present? 99 ml of blood is present. Now see here we can go for the lymph. Here lymph is an alternate form of blood. Alternate form of blood, why we can saying means, see from left ventricle which artery is connected? Systemic artery. Systemic artery they can carry what type of blood? Oxygenated blood. Now this oxygenated blood enter from the artery. Artery having a branches that is called as a arterioles. Arterioles having a fine branches that is called as a capillaries. Through capillaries the oxygenated blood is enter into the tissues. In tissues they having a group of cells is present. Now through capillaries only the oxygenated blood is enter into the tissues. Now these capillaries inside they having what blood is present? Oxygenated blood. Blood mostly consists of what? Plasma. that is 55% they having a plasma, and remaining 45% they having a blood corpuscles, that is called as a RBC, WBC and platelets. Now here in plasma 92% water is present. That's why in plasma they having a more water is present. This water they can give a pressure, that pressure is called as a hydrostatic pressure. Through hydrostatic pressure, now see, this one is the cells, this one is the capillary. Through hydrostatic pressure the blood is entered into the cells and tissues. But totally due to this pressure, totally all the blood is not able to enter into the cells and tissues. Some amount of blood is enter between this space. Between the cells, this space is called as a intercellular space. That's why now due to this hydrostatic pressure, some amount of blood is accumulated into the intercellular space. Now which blood is present between the intercellular space? That fluid is called as a interstitial fluid. Suppose small example, 100 ml of blood is entered into the tissue, 90% or 90 ml only enter into the cells, remaining 10% or remaining 10 ml is accumulated into the interstitial space. Now the 10 ml is called as a interstitial fluid. Now out of, see, for tissues, one side it is connected with the arteries, another side it is connected with the veins. Arteries they can carry the oxygenated blood, veins they can carry the deoxygenated blood. Now see, the 10 ml it is called as what I said, interstitial fluid. Among these, see, a small amount, I can think a small example, a 5 ml. In this interstitial fluid they having a proteins. These proteins they can exert a pressure that is called as a colloidal osmotic pressure. Due to this colloidal osmotic pressure, a small amount of interstitial fluid they can enter into the venules, veins that will be connected to the inferior vena cava or superior vena cava, then enter into the right atria. The remaining, I can what I said, a small example, 10 ml. Out of 10 ml, 5 ml enter into the venules vein. Remaining how much is there? 5 ml. The remaining interstitial fluid is known as a lymph. Okay, that's why lymph is an alternate or unpurified form of blood. Then what is differentiation between blood and lymph? See, lymph is in a colorless. Why? Because here there is no RBC, and lymph having a more WBC, less amount of oxygen, more amount of carbon dioxide, more amount of waste material, less nutrients, there is no large plasma proteins. Okay, now this is the combination of the lymph. Now here, due to the white blood cells, what are the foreign particles is there? That foreign particles we can remove and purify this interstitial fluid. Now that purified interstitial fluid or lymph enter into the lymph capillaries. They can alternate route is there, that is called as a lymph capillaries. From lymph capillaries they having a nodes, that is called as a like this. The body they having a nodes like this, that is called as a lymph nodes. That's why from lymph capillaries it is entered into the lymph nodes. Lymph nodes is connected with the, in thoracic region they having a largest lymphatic duct, that is called as a thoracic duct. This thoracic duct it will be connected to the veins. This veins is connected to the superior vena cavas and inferior vena cavas. Then they can open into the right atria to the right ventricle. From the right ventricle through pulmonary arteries connected to the lungs, there it is oxygenated through pulmonary veins. That oxygenated blood is entered into the left atria and the left ventricle through systemic aorta, then enter into the arteries to arterioles to capillaries to tissue. The process will be continuous like this. Now this is about lymph.